Hello, hello. Alright, so I was so excited to try my extreme low odor acrylic kit. So here I'm just kind of finishing prepping up my nails. I did most of the prep work off camera, but I did a few little things on camera. And I am just gluing on the tips that I also got from one of the mystery boxes. It's the long stiletto Noel tips, and they are pretty long, which I actually really like. I can't wear them that long right now. It's not very practical for my everyday life, so I did end up cutting these down, but they're very gorgeous. I wish I could wear them that long. I'm also just going to point out that most of this video is sped up a little bit, just because otherwise it was a very long video and I didn't think anyone would want to watch that. So I did speed it up just to make it faster and easier. Here I'm just using some magnets to make them all the same length. I think I got 4 of the magnets on here and I am clipping them down. I actually ended up taking off one magnet for my pinkies just because I like them to be a little bit shorter than the rest of them. They looked a little long otherwise. I got out the Young Nails drill that I also got in the mystery box, just take away the shine. I don't know if I really need to do this for acrylic. I don't actually do acrylic very often, but I know that you need to do it for gel, so I did it here for fun, I guess. I really like this drill though. It's so light and it doesn't have much vibration to it. The only tricky thing is that you have to kind of go off by sound, but it's not as bad as I thought it might be. It's actually a really nice drill. I love the way it looks. That blue light is so gorgeous. I'm a sucker for blue. Alright, so we're all buffed and prepped. I'm going to be using bright pink and bright white. And I'm going to attempt a French. And I'm also using the new little monomer dish I got, which I was really happy with. I usually waste a bunch of monomer, but I did not with this dish, so I was pretty satisfied with that. Definitely a good steal there. And this is probably my 3rd set of acrylic, so I was not good at doing these, and I know that. And I also was not prepared for how fast setting this was. It dried in like no time. I was so unprepared. But I did try, and I just tried doing it with smaller beads. I think after I practice a little bit, it'll be much better, but yeah, there was an attempt made. There definitely was an attempt. Yeah, it wasn't great though. But I feel like if I practice more, I would probably get a hang of it much faster and easier. But for this set, it was definitely a struggle. And you could probably already tell that I'm struggling. Yeah, you can see here that they're getting like really, really chunky. And that's because I just kept putting it where product already was. And I kind of got a better hang of it by the time I was working on my other hand. But right here, I just kept putting it on top, more and more product. So I made like these really, really chunky things. And I was like, it's fine. I can always file it away, which is what I did. These seriously took no time at all to dry, super fast. Very impressed. And here's my chunky nails. Woohoo! Look at those. I definitely also struggled with the white, and the white just had a different consistency. I don't know if it's all white. I also have a trouble with gel whites. They just have a different consistency as well, so also, I just want to say that the monomer smell was actually pretty pleasant. It was not overpowering at all, and it did kind of have a florally scent to it, so it was really nice to work with. I definitely should have practiced on like my practice hand or something, but I didn't want to waste any of the monomer because it was just the trial kit, and I haven't gotten my other kit yet, so oh, but you know, I could have just practiced on the practice hand and waited, but I am impatient and I didn't want to wait, so we had a time instead. And here they are looking super chunky. And then I filed them down, and you can see that my application was not great. And there's a bunch of lines, so I'm putting Protein Bond and then the pink shimmer fiber gel on top of the pink part. And that fiber gel is gorgeous. Like, that is beautiful. Definitely excited to use that some more. And since I normally work with a gel, I feel like I did this part much better. And I don't know, like, it has all the shimmers, and I kind of did a little swirl with them. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I want to go in with some nail art, so I'm going to matte top coat everything, and just to give me a good like nail art base. And I'm coming in with the nail art brush set that I also got from one of the mystery boxes, and some fizz that I got from a mystery box like a little bit ago. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. For this first flower, I kind of wanted to do it in real time so that you could see like how long it actually took. And then for the second flower that I show, I sped that part up. I'm just getting the brush nice and full of paint before I start. And I'm actually using the side because I felt like it made better petals. And there's my cute little flower. I really like these flowers, so Beautiful. And yes, I did realize that I cut myself with a hand file. It's alright. It is what it is. I got a little aggressive with that filing. Okay, now I'm coming in with Overdrive, and it's just a black liner, and I want to outline the flowers. And after I do the outside, I'm going to go in and kind of define the petals a little bit more and go in towards the middle a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in and do about 3 little lines down on each of the petals and just kind of give a little bit of a, I don't know, texture, flavor. I haven't cured any of the black in place yet. This is just all before I cured. And then I'm just doing some little dots in the middle. Okay, so now I'm coming in and using these shading pens that I also got from the mystery box. I was so excited for these, and I am so happy with them. They're so easy to use, and they're so much fun. Beautiful, beautiful marbling technique that you can do with these. So right now I'm going in with the purple, and I sped this up so it looks like I'm just yanking off the caps, but I'm actually not. I'm kind of trying to open them slowly because otherwise you could get ink all over the place. Just a little heads up, like some of them just kind of spatter out of there, so keep that in mind when you open yours. But I use purple, blue, and a green. Once you have all the colors in place, you can take some alcohol, and I just kind of swirled them together to make a marbling effect. I think you could also just like kind of dab some on there. It kind of depends on like what sort of effect you're going for. But I just did the swirling. And then I don't think I showed it in the video, but I did get some of it onto the pink part, and I didn't want it up there. I wanted it to stay on the French white tip part. So you just take some extra alcohol and you can take it off of wherever you don't want it as well. Super easy to use, super easy to clean up. And I mean, just look at that. It's like a tie-dyed effect. It's so beautiful. I'm going to come in with Young Nails Ultimate Finish Gel for my top coat. I was going to use a hard gel over everything and kind of build up the tip. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, I put on the fiber gel, so doing a hard gel over everything, probably not a good way to go. So that's why I ended up choosing the Ultimate Finishing Gel because it's thicker and I figured I could build up the tip a little bit with the Ultimate Finish Gel. And the last thing I wanted to do was put on some bling, some sparkle, because I like a little bit of sparkle. So I put on my rhinestone glue, and after that I did put on a top coat. And I just used a really thin top coat. I think it's the iGel Beauty one. I do like that one. It's nice and thin, super easy. And then I would put on a stone, and then I also use some gunmetal caviar beads in between each stone, just because it's kind of fancy. Adds a little bit of something something. Overall, I did have some ups and some downs with this set. A lot of learning. But honestly, I really like the way they turned out. That fiber gel is magnificent and really saved the day. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I just think everything else kind of turned out how I was thinking and planning on. I loved the shading pens. I loved my little flowers. I like to do nail art, and it's always fun when it comes together. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and maybe you'll learn from my mistakes. Practice on a practice hand, it's fine. Or not. You know, you can always be stubborn. It's fun to be stubborn sometimes. I will say, working with the caviar beads, it's kind of a little tricky because you got to get everything in place and then cure it super fast before it moves. And I think I did pretty good with this set, but sometimes, you know, you're not as lucky and something looks a little wonky. But as long as you get it pretty close, you can't complain too much. Here they are, all finished. I'm super happy with these nails. I love how they turned out. They kind of give me Hawaiian vibes a little bit. A little bit cotton candy with the gems. I don't know. I love them though. I love them. So gorgeous.